Chalo then, welcome to Verdict 2017, where we get you all the updates from the states where the assembly elections are on. Let's start with the headlines. Fourth phase of elections in Uttar Pradesh tomorrow. 53 assembly seats in 12 districts to witness polling in which the fate of many high-profile candidates will be decided. Fierce campaigning still on for the last three phases in Uttar Pradesh. BJP President Amit Shah, Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav and BSP President Mayawati hold public meetings in many districts. And there's tight security for the fourth phase of elections to be held tomorrow in UP. RSTV correspondents take stock of the Election Commission's preparations for this round of voting in various districts. Well, first 53 assembly seats of the 12 districts of Uttar Pradesh will vote in the fourth phase on Thursday. High decibel campaigning was witnessed in the state for the phase by heavyweights from all the political parties to woo the voters. Here's a report. Campaigning came to a close on Tuesday for the fourth phase of assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh. Districts of the Bundelkhand region, Jalon, Jhansi, Lalitpur, Mahoba, Banda, Hamirpur, Chitrakoot, Fatehpur and districts of Pratapgarh, Kaushambi, Allahabad and Raebareli will go to polls on Thursday. In the 2012 assembly polls, the ruling Samajwadi Party had won 24 seats of the 53 that were at stake. The Bahujan Samaj Party won 15, the Congress 6, the BJP 5 and Peace Party 3 seats.
Bundelkhand area has not really voted in favor of any particular party in the last 2-3 elections. But there has been a tendency of the people there to make a change in their choices every time. So last time, since the Samajwadi Party seemed to have a large sway over the people all over the state, but this time, because of the fact that nothing much has happened to change the lives of people in Bundelkhand, there could be a change in the voters' perception that this government may not have done what was expected of them.
680 candidates are in the fray in this phase, the maximum number of them being from Allahabad North constituency, 26 candidates. 1 crore 84 lakh voters are eligible to exercise their franchise. They include 1 crore 31,000 male voters and around 84 lakh 50,000 female voters. The Election Commission has set up 19,487 polling stations and 23,924 electronic voting machines. Extensive security arrangements are in place and companies of paramilitary forces and the police have been deployed to ensure peaceful polling.
There are overall 28 Vidhan Sabha constituencies, of which we have identified certain constituencies as especially sensitive. Not that all other places, all other polling stations have not been taken care of. We have gone by area approach, and the area means not only the polling station but the area in the vicinity of the polling station where the voters reside. Traditionally, the form of poll violence or poll intimidation has comprised not action at the polling station per se, but the voters who wanted to come to the polling station have been intimidated prior to the polling day itself.
The BSP is fighting on all 53 seats, while the BJP is contesting in 48. The Samajwadi Party has put up candidates on 33, while the Congress has fielded 25 candidates. Key candidates to look out for in the fourth phase are BSP rebel Swami Prasad Maurya's son Utkarsh Maurya, Aradhna Mishra, daughter of Rajya Sabha member Pramod Tiwari, and Ujjwal Raman Singh, son of senior Samajwadi Party leader Reti Raman Singh. Independent Raghuraj Pratap Singh and Aditi Singh, the daughter of Congress leader Akhilesh Singh.
Issues like demonetization, unemployment, law and order and woes of the Bundelkhand region shall find resonance among the voters in the fourth phase of UP elections. After a verbal free-for-all and personal jibes, the Samajwadi Party, along with its alliance partner, shall try to defend its turf, while the opposition BJP and BSP would endeavour to wrest a sizable chunk. Reporting from Allahabad, with camera person Narvin, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
Well, Kriti Mishra is one of the many reporters that RSTV, of course, has sent out to all parts of Uttar Pradesh, especially in those 12 districts where the fourth phase of polling will be held. And our correspondent Panchanan Mishra is now taking stock of the poll preparation in Chitrakoot district of the state.
The stage is set for the fourth phase of polling in Uttar Pradesh. In this phase, there are 53 seats under 12 districts of Uttar Pradesh. And in this phase, there are 19 seats of Bundelkhand, We are here at one of the district, Chitrakoot Dham Karvi, for this Bundelkhand area, and it contains 2 seats. You can see the polling parties are here and they are preparing for departure while taking their respective EVM machines, and they are preparing for the free and fair polling which is going to be held on 23rd of February. Election Commission has made also elaborate security arrangements for the free and fair polling, because in the last 3 phases there are the more than expected polling in the last 3 phases. So the Election Commission is taking every chances to increase the polling percentage. And this phase in the 53 seats is always crucial for all the political parties, including BJP, Samajwadi Party, Congress Alliance, or the BSP. In Chitrakoot, with cameraman Sushil Kumar, this is Panchanan Mishra for Rajya Sabha TV.
And in studio, we have this evening Parsa Venkateshwar Rao, Jr., senior journalist, joining us to give us an idea of what is it that's so crucial in the 4th phase of the elections. And we also have our correspondent, Kriti Mishra, is joining us from Allahabad, and also Ravindra Sharan from Jhansi. If I could come to you first, Ravindra. Yesterday, we were talking about how the Bundelkhand region is something that the BSP always counts on. But how does it seem like this time around, with the BJP emerging stronger as far as the rallies are concerned?
Yeah, good evening. That's right, Tracy. We have seen that all the top leadership of the BJP, they have staged rallies here in Bundelkhand region, led by the Prime Minister himself, Narendra Modi, and followed by the party president and Home Minister Rajnath Singh. They also addressed a lot of rallies here in this Bundelkhand region. Also, this is the Jhansi constituency, which we are standing right now, has been represented since 2014 by the Union Minister Uma Bharti. She is also one of the very important leader of the BJP, and she has been addressing the rallies crisscross this Bundelkhand region. And she has been promising to the people of Bundelkhand that Bundelkhand Development Board will be created once the BJP will be voted back to the power. In the meanwhile, the election process, the election commission has done everything has been set by the election commission for the tomorrow's election voting process. The sway of brigade. The one important thing which I would like to mention you here is that this is for the first time in the last 40 years when no diktat has been issued by any dacoit group, and the local administration and the election commission is quite enthusiastic about this, that the law and order problems which the people of this area which has been facing for the last 7 decades is a bit ameliorating now, and they are quite enthusiastic that tomorrow's election will see a lot of huge voter turnout is possible tomorrow, as the sway of brigade is not writ large, first time in this election process. The issues, as we have discussed yesterday also, there are a variety of issues, there are a plethora of issues which the people of this area would like to address by the next government, especially the young generation. They want education, good education and jobs.
Absolutely.
Because more than 32 lakh people in this area, they have shifted their base, they have to migrate. This is an exodus here in this area for want of good education and employment.
And better jobs and better opportunities.
Good education.
Yes. Kriti, if I could come to you at this point. Kriti, Allahabad is also a place where we saw some big rallies that took place. Yesterday itself, we saw rallies by Amit Shah and, of course, Akhilesh and Rahul. But, what's the sense that you're getting from the people there this time around? Do they feel the 4th phase is perhaps going to determine how the rest of the elections are going to go, the rest of the phases are going to go? We'll be pretty much more than halfway down the line by tomorrow.
That's right, Tracy. Now, Allahabad has been the genesis of India's freedom movement. It is the place of India's first political family, the Nehrus. So, specifically, Allahabad has this sense of political enlightenment. Now, if I talk about the 2012 elections, Tracy, it was the SP that emerged victorious here. Out of 12 seats in the entire district, the SP could grab 8 seats. Then there was, of course, BSP with 3 seats, and the Congress could retain only 1 seat. Earlier, this particular district was the fiefdom of the Congress. Then, of course, for a brief brief spell, though, the BJP could establish its dominance. Then it has been the citadel of the Samajwadi Party. And of course, eyeing the polls, if you remember, Tracy, the BJP had organized its national executive here in Allahabad. Now, Allahabad University has been considered, it was often called as the Oxford of the East. This has been referred, this particular city is called as the factory of Indian administrative services. Then also there were plethora of industries in the industrial region of Naini and Phulpur. But with a period of time, there has been a complete decadence and there has been large-scale exodus to the bigger cities. So definitely people are looking at a political party which could articulate their changing aspirations. And of course, tomorrow, as and when Allahabad goes to polls, we expect a very impressive voter turnout. Tracy?
All right, we leave it there for now. Ravindra Sharan, Kriti Mishra, thanks so much for joining us, giving us an update on how things stand across the state, at least in those districts there. Like I said, we do have Parsa Venkateswar Rao Jr. with us as well in studio. Parsa sir, talking about Bundelkhand, and one very important point that today, of course, some reports are stating Uma Bharti, the BJP leader, saying that, Bundelkhand will be, in fact, perhaps be made into a different state. And that's the kind of assurance she's giving once the BJP, if the BJP does come to power in UP. These kind of statements, do they actually yield any kind of purpose to a voter in Bundelkhand?
Actually, let's remember that the idea of dividing the state into 5 units, 5 separate states, was mooted by BSP leader Mayawati long time ago. And it was an idea that was opposed by SP and BJP. Because BJP was of the view that it could only win and succeed if UP remains one large unit. Its advantages both in the Lok Sabha elections and in otherwise as well.
Yes.
So I think Ms. Uma Bharti's promise looks like a opportunist election assurance, which cannot be taken seriously, because all this while I do not think BJP was ever in favor of dividing this very unwieldy state, because UP is an unwieldy state, and as we see the 7 phases of the polls, each phase, each region seems to have a separate political and economic geography of its own.
Yes.
And Bundelkhand is a very good example. And another unfortunate fact of UP politics is very intense there, but there is no economic development for whatever reason. I mean, every party can blame the other, but UP remains a backward state. There were small patches of industrialization like in Kanpur and other places, but I do not think it has helped the state as a whole.
And that's ironic because the kind of importance that it has.
It's called the cockpit of Indian politics, but it did not seem to help.
The Chief Minister of UP is known as the Deputy Prime Minister. I mean,
absolutely,
at least in journalistic circles, that's what we call them, political circles.
I mean, it seems an empty solace to UP politicians and to people to think that they are very important in the politics of India, when the actual fact is economically they are very backward and they are very poor. And it looks like that none of the political parties are willing to address that particular problem. They make empty promises of progress, of development, but all the parties have been in power. Let's admit, Congress was in power, long time ago. BJP was in power in patches, but it didn't do anything. SP and BSP have been in power, but the state's economic woes remain the same. They have not been addressed.
All right. Parsa sir, continue being with us, because we're also not just focusing on the 4th phase, but as the state, of course, is gearing up for it, rallies, of course, are continuing for the other phases as well. Various parties continuing their fierce campaigning in districts that are going to polls in the subsequent phases. Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav, in fact, held a public rally in Bharat, and during the rally, he once again attacked the Prime Minister over demonetization. Also, BSP President Mayawati and BJP President Amit Shah held several public rallies in the districts. Here's a report on that.
Campaigning for the Samajwadi Party Congress alliance, UP Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav held a public rally in Bahraich, which will vote in the 5th phase on February 27th. Speaking to voters about the way both parties decided on seat sharing, Akhilesh insisted that friendship was always at the core of the alliance. The UP CM also attacked PM Modi over the issue of demonetization and black money.
और जनता इतने वर्षों में अभी तक नहीं समझ पाई इनकी मन की बात, बताओ कोई समझ पाया? और हमने तो प्रधानमंत्री जी से कहा कि कब करोगे काम की बात, ये भी बता जाओ हमें। कोई एक काम किया हो तो बताओ।
Meanwhile, BJP President Amit Shah held public meetings in Sultanpur, Azamgarh and Gorakhpur districts, all of which vote in the 6th phase on March 4th. Addressing the crowd, Shah maintained that BJP will get full majority in UP and there is no question of any post-poll alliance with the BSP or any other party.
मित्रों, जहां जहां गया भाजपा की आंधी देखी है, आंधी देखी है। मित्रों, मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि आने वाले दिनों में 11 मार्च को उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर 2/3 बहुमत से भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनने वाली है।
BSP Chief Mayawati also addressed an election rally in Faizabad. During the rally, she slammed both the ruling Samajwadi Party and the BJP. While hitting back at Prime Minister Narendra Modi, she said that BJP is now being called the Bharatiya Jumla Party. Mayawati continued to warn voters that if the BJP comes to power, all reservations will go away.
लोगों को इस चुनाव में अपने खुद के व प्रदेश के हित में भी अपना वोट यहाँ सपा, कांग्रेस, बीजेपी व अन्य विरोधी पार्टियों को न देकर केवल अपनी पार्टी बहुजन समाज पार्टी को ही देना है।
The BSP Supremo's retort came a day after Modi, at an election rally in Bundelkhand region, noted that BSP is no longer the Bahujan Samaj Party. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
Partha Venkatesh Rao continues to be with us. Partha sir, talking about the strategies as far as the rallies is concerned, the campaigning is concerned, the BSP after the second phase itself started maintaining that there is absolutely no option of aligning with the BJP at all. The BJP after the third phase went on with the Ram Mandir, the issue, they've brought it up again in the forefront. But as far as the SP Congress alliance is concerned, they are still maintaining, still going on in the same tone as they were from the very beginning. This change of strategy that we are seeing, at least of the BJP, is that clever, or is that, trying to tug on the ends of, whatever they can possible?
At one level, it looks like the BJP has lost its nerve, and that is one reason I feel that they brought up the temple issue. And there is also a tendency to polarize and harp on issues of communal divisions, like the Prime Minister's reference to Qabrastans and Shamshan, whatever might be the local disputes.
Yes.
In a political campaign at the level of the Prime Minister, perhaps that was not the kind of thing that should have come up. So it reflects to a certain extent the BJP's anxiety and nervousness, if nothing else. And at another level, I think the BJP also hopes that it can sweep the state if it polarizes enough. I mean, that has been its strategy, and it believes. Sometimes it does it overtly and sometimes tacitly.
Yes.
As the phases get over and we reach the last stages, it looks like the BJP wants to pull out all the stops and
Yes.
harp on the real issues it thinks, and polarization is one of them.
All right. We'll leave it there for now, Partha sir. Thanks so much for joining us, as always, giving us an insight on what really is going on in the state as far as the rallies and the parties are concerned. And in fact, the Election Commission has done all that's required and taken all the arrangements that are required for the fourth phase of the assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh. Security arrangements are also in place for a peaceful polling. Our correspondent Ravindra Sharan caught up with the District Magistrate of Jhansi, Ajay Kumar Shukla, regarding the poll preparation. Take a look.
भारत निर्वाचन आयोग के आदेश के क्रम में स्वतंत्र, निष्पक्ष, शांतिपूर्वक एवं पारदर्शी मतदान कराने के लिए सभी तैयारियां पूरी कर ली गई हैं। जनपद में 4 विधानसभा, 939 लोकेशंस एवं 1542 बूथ हैं, जिनमें पर्याप्त संख्या में सुरक्षा बल एवं पोलिंग पार्टियां तैनात कर दी गई हैं। सभी की विधिवत ट्रेनिंग की गई है मुकम्मल तौर पे। उसके अलावा प्रत्येक विधानसभा में हमारी 9 फ्लाइंग स्क्वाड्स चल रही हैं। इसके अलावा स्टैटिक सर्विलांस टीम जो मध्य प्रदेश से बॉर्डर मिलते हैं उसमें नाका, और इसके अलावा 137 सेक्टर मजिस्ट्रेट, 23 जोनल मजिस्ट्रेट, सुपर जोनल मजिस्ट्रेट और मैं स्वयं और वरिष्ठ पुलिस अधीक्षक महोदय भी लगातार चक्रमण पर रहते हुए सुनिश्चित करेंगे कि जो माननीय भारत निर्वाचन आयोग की मंशा है, स्वतंत्र, निष्पक्ष, शांतिपूर्वक एवं पारदर्शी मतदान कराना, वो हम लोग सुनिश्चित कराएंगे।
Now, drought-hit Bundelkhand region of Uttar Pradesh reflects a lack of opportunities, poverty and migrations that are spread across villages. But the biggest drawback for the region is that these problems are not even among the issues being raised by the political parties.
These locked doors in Banda's Atra village sum up the misery of Bundelkhand. Dry, parched and now deserted, the region has long been a picture of neglect and underdevelopment. While young men and women have left their homes in search of jobs in Delhi, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir, Haryana, the villagers wait for better days, housing only elders and small children.
कर्जा लिया है तो कर्ज के मारा जाते हैं, शादी लायक की लड़की है, पैसा तो मिल नहीं रहा है कि पैसा मिल रहा है, ऐसे आप बाहर जाते हैं, कर्जा है 1000 रुपया लिया तो दोगुन हो जाता है, 2000 बनता है, साल भर नहीं दे पाते हैं।
चले गए हैं लड़का पुताऊ, एक बेटी है, एक लड़की है, 2 हम आदमी हैं, हम 3 जने हैं, 3 जने चले गए हैं, 3 टा लड़की हैं लड़का के।
लड़का बच्चा सब साथ लेकर जाते हैं, सब
गांव खाली हो जाता है। क्या है कारण,
क्या कारण? कमाई नहीं आती है तो न काम करते, जिसका पैसा लेते उसका भरना पड़ता है हमको, सबको लोग को कर्जा बहुत ज्यादा है।
कर्जा बहुत है। It is not just the lack of opportunities and jobs in region. Rising debts and crop failures are triggering farmer suicides as well. Lakhs have migrated from the districts of Jhansi, Jalaun, Banda, Chitrakoot, Lalitpur, Mahoba and Hamirpur. Banda, Chitrakoot and Mahoba in particular happen to be the worst hit in the region.
विदेश चले जाते, भटिंडा और हरियाणा, लुधियाना, इस तरह से सब लोग चले जाते हैं।
गांव खाली हो जाता है।
हाँ, गांव खाली हो गया। अब जब आएंगे जून के महीने में, तब जब कमा के आएंगे तब यहाँ भाड़ेंगे, कुछ पास वालों लोगों को ले गए।
कर्ज का क्या हाल है गांव में?
कर्ज बहुत है, हर आदमी के पास कर्ज है, कर्ज से डूबा हुआ है यहाँ पे, कोई कर्ज में बहुत ज्यादा पीड़ित है आदमी।
What adds to the misery of local residents is that these basic issues don't even find mention in the high voltage campaign by nearly all major political parties. Ignored and forgotten, the Bundelkhand's problems remain unaddressed as it votes for 19 seats on Thursday. Panchanan Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha Television.
And now let's turn focus to Manipur, where Chief Election Commissioner Naseem Zaidi said that he is confident that the economic blockade in the state will not impact the poll process. He further added that the Commission has also made all arrangements to ensure free and fair elections. On Tuesday, political parties in Manipur met the full bench of the Election Commission, urging it to ensure free and fair elections in the state, which will be held in 2 phases early next month, on the 4th and the 8th. An indefinite economic blockade imposed by the United Naga Council since the 1st of November last year is still on in Manipur against the state government's decision to create 7 new districts. The state government has, however, claimed that this decision was taken to improve administrative efficiency. Now back to UP, and Kalpi in Jalon district was once known for its paper industry. The industries are now shutting and those who were employed in it are finding other means for survival. Ravinder Singh Shoran's report.
The paper industry in Kalpi is on the verge of shutdown because of erratic electricity supply and lack of government support. Many paper manufacturing units have shut down, while many are staring at closure. Those associated with the industry believe that government involvement can revive it.
सरकार अगर हम लोग की सहायता करे, जो हम लोग ये भूखों मर रहे हैं ना, ये सब हम लोग के लिए अच्छा हो जाएगा। कालपी में कोई काम नहीं है, ये जो कागज का काम है ये भी बेकार है, चलता नहीं है, हम लोगों की तनख्वाहें नहीं है ज्यादा, लेबर इधर जो है बहुत ज्यादा परेशान है।
Over 100 paper factories were functional in Kalpi till a few years ago. The demand for handmade paper from Kalpi outnumbers its production. Now the demand has slipped, and with it, the fortunes of those working in this industry too.
नोटबंदी बंद भई बेटा, जब से कारोबार नहीं चल रहा, दिन भर घिट्टा है तो हम 60-70 का काम करके अपने घर ही जाते हैं। मजबूरी न हो तो बुढ़ापे में जो काय का घिट्टा है आए के।
Paper carry bags made in Kalpi have a huge demand abroad. The irony, however, is that cities in the country are flooded with Chinese paper. Ravindra Singh Shoran's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And that's all we have for you on Verdict 2017. Thank you for joining us.